Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Welcome, geeks, gamers, nerds, players. Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Entertainment, where we make all that stuff great again. One way I could do that is, now this is filmed at midnight, and I delayed making this video until I was absolutely sure that I had to, and I have to. It's a hard video to make, I'm not going to lie, and I wrote some bullet points down because what's happening is not right. Okay, no one has lost more from calling out BS than me right here. I'm telling you that right now. I never thought that people would flip on me for calling out others. And hey, I always said I don't pull the trigger until someone else pulls first, and I just give them what they give. I give it straight for them, right at you. So the precedent of only letting, and I'm sick of being called a cultist because unfortunately there is the cultist of Signore, Andy Signore cultist right now. And whatever he does is fine. Whatever the clown corner does is fine. When you call them out, it's not okay because why? What is, and this is a valid question to you viewers. If you think I'm doing anything differently than he is by tweeting out and the clown quarter making a title of a live stream, this person is an ist. And then all I did was show what he's capable, not years ago when he was almost canceled, recent stuff. So how to show how hypocritical he is. I wasn't doing it to cancel him. I was to showing, it was to show what he's doing, the circus he's creating. And I've lost a lot of connections for doing that. And then I am not going to apologize for something I did not do wrong. I'm not going to do it. And that's not what I want to be a part of, a group that does that. It's okay to do it by sub count and the access card. Well, he's access. He might be beneficial for us in the future. No, that's not okay with me. That's not okay with me. And that's where I'm in the situation. And I'll tell you right now. All right, here's the thumbnail. Gray disorder. And I meant to put, am I being punished by daddy? As a question. So you can answer. I want you listen. When I went all in on this, I said what I want is transparency and people first. The rest will come. We have lost that, and it's not the disorder that is the gray disorder is not about leaders anymore. No, not leaders. One person's making the decisions, and I feel now like the friendship that I invested so much time into, and yeah, you are seeing a lot more videos. What's the result of that? I'm focusing on myself. You can call BS on me or not, that I've always done this for friendship, movie talk, and yeah, hell yeah, I want the views, and I always want strong conversations. Always. The gray disorder now is somewhere where conversations stop and closed-minded thinking on certain fans. It's not a welcoming place. And someone that's doing the hard work I'm not saying other ones did not do the hard work. I'm saying doing the hard work with small creators, building them up together instead of focusing on that shot with the big ones. And in my opinion, kissing butt and letting them get a free ticket to do what they want. What happened with Film God? I believe he took the bait, but what you don't know, and if you haven't checked out the interview, is they tweeted at him. They were waiting for him to respond. They wanted to trigger him. It was a big setup. Now, this is the go-to. This is what's absolutely mind-boggling on YouTube, is that those that call out others think when they are called out, you need to check with them first. You need to check with them and then constantly bash a segment of fandom and then show up. And if you don't show up, they call you names. Oh, they must not be serious. It's this whole change my mind series, and what he's doing is just trying to plant a flag on killing the Snyder Cut. When Matt Jarbo said earlier, look, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's so much smoke around this project, and I don't care. The source game, that's the topic for another video. This source game, how can you deny a director it's from his own mouth? It's absolutely ridiculous. And who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? I'm not going full Madman on this because I'm not going to say I don't want to make this video. I am obligated to make this video for those interested in fan groups. I have lost all confidence in all fan groups, and I'm just here for people now. So if you want to join this madness and have some fun and, call people out on their BS when they're first to do it to others. Did Andy or Jody check with John Campia when they did a video? No, I don't think they did they? So it's certainly okay for them, because why? What's the reason? Why is it okay for them to do it, but no one else? The only difference here is sub count and access. And I don't care about either of those things. I am on equal footing with these dudes. And I have more credibility. I don't care what they say. I'm wearing a mask. I don't care, because they are conflicted. They want those views. Andy on his stream saying, look at those views. Look at those views, though. Look, I'm up front. I want people to watch my stuff. I don't want them to pay for it. I don't want all those memberships and all that stuff. I just want people to talk. I've never done anything different. I've never been changed. I'm still the same madman. Although under different branding, because I do want to make geeks, gamers, nerds, and players great. And I want you all. I don't want to dismiss anyone. I don't want anyone to feel like they are not welcome. Isn't that a bad thing for a fan group, to make you feel like you're not welcome? I'll also address this notion from critics of mine who are still valued friends, and I'll address your criticism. This should have been handled behind the scenes. Why is that? Why is that? If I was respected enough to start and stick by my friend, don't forget, when my friend, the criticism of him was, I can't be associated with you. Does that sound familiar as of today? And I said, no, he needs credit for what he's done. And I will never not talk to him, or not. That's not good enough for me. That is where the shift in focus with this gray disorder started. And I wanted it to go places. So to say is, the argument here is, you shouldn't have said anything publicly. That's baloney. That's disrespectful to me. That is absolutely disrespectful for me. And how much time? I don't like this notion that feels like people are doing me a favor by collabing with them. I put so much time and effort into this. creating friendships, relationships. I have never pushed the channel more than I have the Gray Order and Lunga. Never. And I want to do it again. I haven't. This hasn't changed my attitude on building up small creators at all. It just means I don't necessarily. I'm not going to push a group. So to say it's for anyone else's benefit except Lunga to not publicly say that. And the reason I'm addressing it is because I don't think it ever will be addressed publicly, which is disrespectful to you viewers too. It's disrespectful to everyone and me, because also him not addressing it publicly only benefits him because he doesn't have to say what you're not going to. When we were so connected, we were on each other's channel so much. So that's disingenuous baloney. It's not for my benefit to keep quiet. It's only for his. Think about it. And it paints a picture of me that I'm not comfortable with. And me not being able to address it on my own channel to defend myself and my views. When, listen, the public watched those videos too. The ratio was good. The public believes that we're onto something. I am not a one lone man, a madman barking into a void with no one listening. There are a lot that agreed with my take, and that agreed that it's very hypocritical for Andy and Jody. Jody acting like a clown, dancing on a video, singing about Rip Snyder Cut, not Rip Toxic Snyder Cut fans, Rip Snyder Cut, celebrating that a man might not get to release his art. And Andy creating a big circus week to week. Last week was Campia. And then it's accepted. This is why it's not fair to me. It is accepted that I have done wrong in some way. And I can't. See, this is hard to get through. I can't stream with my so-called friend. I'm not saying he's not my friend. I'll tell you what, manga is canceled. That's for sure. So I can't stream with my friend. And then if there's an opportunity elsewhere on someone else's platform, I can't participate on someone else's if he's there. When we are so connected, talk about 5 Degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever that game was. I am connected to everyone. A lot of these, not everyone, a lot of these YouTubers here. That puts me in an unfair situation. And then him being able to be on there, I'm not going to say that he's definitely saying things about me, but it be socially accepted around the YouTube block that I'm no good anymore because I called someone else out. And that I do not accept either. And I can't say it publicly or talk about it. I'm ostracized also because I don't stop talking to people. There have been a few that have been controversial that I still talk to. I'm controversial. And listen, I don't like to stop talking to people. That's the last resort for me. When I joined this, I said I want to talk to as many people as possible. And the most beneficial time to talk is when it gets the hardest. And that's stopped now too. What would be a good thing? What would be a good thing? When this situation happened, to have me and Lunga on a stream taking viewer questions and let the viewer decide. That would have been the fair way. It's not allowed. I don't know if that's coming from my friend or Signore himself, because I know these two have blocked me. How can I change your mind if I can't talk to you? And some may criticize me on the way I did the live stream. The reason I did that is because I knew I was already blocked, and I knew you're not going to see my comments appear on their live stream. So I wanted to show that I'm trying. And they blocked me right away, and I wasn't swearing at them. I wasn't doing anything that they claim is toxic. On the contrary, I have video footage of Andy being toxic, for sure. I have made that video private. I think that was a mistake. I did it to try to keep friends that are not always there for me. And also, because of my history of mental illness and that I wear a mask, it's also easily accepted that there's something wrong with me at this time. I have been drinking a drink or two here with my medicine. I've been under control. I've actually been getting better sleep now that I haven't been collabing on some Snerd report. And Movie Madness is back. So when I was joking on his stream that says I'm taking a pay cut here, that was a little jab, but it was the truth. And I was doing it not because, listen, I want anyone that knows me, like when I first approached Longa, I went at him hard and I said, I want to talk to you. I want you in the conversation. Something else that's happened. And this is not on any other YouTuber except Longa, okay? It's not fair to put this and make people choose sides, and I'm not doing that. I long wanted to work with a certain YouTuber on a council show, okay? When I started collabing with Longa, I said, he knew my intentions. This is one of my goals. When things started falling apart, because I wouldn't bow and kiss the butt of Andy Signore and be a Signore cultist and apologize, which I don't believe I am necessary to apologize. And I'm not going to give an empty apology. If I don't think I need, I'll apologize when I think I need to do it. If I needed to apologize, I would have. I am not going to apologize just to keep a friendship when I don't believe it here. I'm not going to do it. So what did I do? I'm not revealing behind the scenes stuff, but I told my friend, can we work this out where we can at least do this? And I think that knowledge was used against me. And I didn't approach the others in the collaboration to talk bad about my friend. And I just hoped for the best. And also, when this collaboration was working, if you check out last week, all four of us were on a show together. Everything went really well. So the only thing that's different this week from last week is what's happened. So it was used against me. So it's actually being a part of this fan group. I cannot recommend the Grey Order anymore. I'm not leaving it. I'm not sending invites to the Discord. I don't think I'm part of the leadership anymore. I'm just there in limbo. And I'm not making it easy to anyone either. I'm not leaving. I am not leaving. And I'm not being labeled as something when I'm not able to defend myself publicly. Or if you really, the only thing I'm asking is if everyone in the Grey Order really thinks that I've done wrong, I am here to answer your questions on a live stream. I'll do it with or without Longa. You can throw your questions at me and I will answer them. Full transparency. I stopped using the hashtag on Twitter. I'm extremely disappointed. I never thought I'd be part of a fan movement that actually stopped conversations and avoided them. And that was one of my goals, is when the conversation gets hardest, that's the moment you need to have it. I think that's in life too. That's my goal in life. Don't stray away from the hot topics. Some of you viewers that have watched me for a long time remember hot topic. That's always what I've been about. there's also really a lot of problems with movie talk. It has become a charity case. It's pathetic. I'm not saying people don't deserve money, and it's disgusting. And creating a circus just to profit from funds, and those that send super chats or cash apps every single video and live stream, yes, they have their own mind. That's not the movie talk I want. That's not. All right. And one person's opinion on a topic supersedes all others, to the point where it's actually a detriment to be involved. For me personally, being involved with the Gray Order is now a detriment. And then this is something else I want to ask you viewers. How is cheering like an idiot asking, is anyone else ready to go, and mocking them on the way out, encouraging them? Anyone else? How's that good for a fan movement? Everyone answer, please. And then also ask and answer, have you left the Discord because of Max? Have you done it? And please don't forget that I stood by him when others said they cannot be associated with him, and because he wasn't getting recognized for his work. And I did not ever need to be associated with him. I wanted to. And that's where it leads me now. Am I going to cry about this collab that's never going to happen now? That was one of my goals, that my friend knew I wanted to be part of. Absolutely not. It's done. It's probably never going to happen, and I don't care. Why collab with those that have the channel, that are using the platform for this type of council show? I hope so. I honestly think this might be bad for me too, and I'm still making the damn video. That's how I roll. I also think there is a problem still with all these years later, and we still have problems with access media and anti-shill hate access, where there's no middle ground. You need to, for movie talk to improve, and there is, I've always said, the way to grow is to go right down the middle and talk about both sides of the topic. And don't, there's so much BS out there. Andy Signore is proven BS, that he takes things out of context. How can you trust his word after what he did with the Kevin Smith interview? This proves me right. He is so skewed in the mind and so focused on a goal with a dancing clown mocking the Snyder Cut movement. Jody is an absolute clown. I talked to him once in a live stream, and then I checked out his content. Some may ask, some critics may say, why didn't you go harder on that stream? I subbed to him because friends recommended it. I didn't check out his content, and then I did, and I was not impressed. It's a joke. He's a joke. And mocking an artist that is so much more talented than he is, and has had life tragedy and is trying to move on and get back his spot. If anyone, Andy should be sympathetic to Zack Snyder, because he was unfairly taken off his project, and he's just trying to get back what he wants. So you should sympathize, Andy. And I'm not criticizing you for what's happened before. I'm not here to try to cancel anyone. I didn't swear at them. I wanted to talk to them, and they blocked me. I called Jody Phil the Corner only because he first called Snyder Cut fans ignoramuses and was mocking them. When he does the low-hanging bullshit videos about anti-SJW too. He does the same stupid garbage tier baloney. All right. So I also Okay, the last part I will leave it where things got the most heated was when I was stripped from my friendship, where I can't even talk on stream, only behind the scenes, where you're not getting the whole picture and you're only getting a person that always thinks he's right. You're not getting the whole picture, and you're just supposed to believe in him. That's unfair to me. I'm not going to take it. And never addressing this and just never streaming with me really is a BS move on our friendship and makes me rethink the whole goddamn thing. That's not fair to me. It's not. And the last thing that I was trying to do, I was trying to stay in my zone and actually find new people. I was doing video game collabs. I met a lot of great new fans of the Snyder Cut. They're not fans of mine, collaborators that are willing to talk about the hard stuff about Snyder Cut. But judging a group by a bunch of idiots on Twitter is never a good idea, especially when you have these ones poking at them, hoping they take the bait. And then setting up a stream calling someone an ist. They did not ask Film Gob. They did not ask John Campia, but it's certainly okay for them to do. And answer again in the comments, what's the difference between me and what they are doing? And the show is called Change Your Mind. That's a scam. You have to be nice enough to them where they'll let you on the show or they'll block you. So they block people you're not getting. If you really want to change minds, you talk to as many people as you can. Am I going to give up on talking to Andy? No, because I want to ask him a lot of questions. One of them is, who gave the order not to be associated with me? You or Lunga? I don't think I'll be happy with either answer. But it's not right. It's not right, especially not what I've done for this group. I'm not saying the others have not. I'm not saying the others associated with the Gray Order have not, but I cannot in good conscience recommend anyone join this order because it's absolute disorder. And you have to agree with certain people or that's it. And you can't criticize access media. And that's not where I want to be. And I also, again, I want to talk to as many people as possible. And I don't have to ask anything first, get permission to criticize Andy Signore. I don't have to get permission to criticize Andy or Jody because they don't ask it either. That's lame excuse on YouTube here. You criticize, you're open to it. Criticize me. And if you want to see that live stream, well, I'll answer your questions. I will do it. I'll do it myself if I have to. Because actually, I think besides a few in the Gray Order that are still there in the Discord, I'm standing alone anyway. And I'm not leaving. I'm not making it easy for anyone to suddenly become a victim themselves, saying that I've done wrong. That's not fair. I can't talk about it publicly on my show. You're never going to address it. And then if you show up on a different collaboration on someone else's channel, I can't be there. And I don't know what the hell you've told them. That's not fair. That's not right. And I'm not going to stand it. And I'm standing right here. I'll see you later.